No, you don't understand. I've seen a lot of horror movies and nothing could have prepared me for a match. It's on Tubi, so it's free for all of you little freaks who still want to watch it after watching this video. But in case you didn't know, I'm currently working on my biggest video yet. It's a recap explainer of the series Dark on Netflix, which is probably my favorite series of all time. My brain is tired, so I needed a rest. And then I saw this tweet. Like, I simply had to watch the movie, right? Because this could only mean one thing. The movie has Willem Dafoe being haunted by a giant cucumber. There are two key moments, key scenes that really make Match more than your average Tubi horror movie. One of them is hinted at in this photograph, and yes, it is. But the other just, it goes places one should never go. It does things one should never do. And the only victims in the situation are us, the audience. I had to look at it, so you're going to as well. And if by the end of the video you still want to watch the movie, it's free on Tubi. So get a group of friends, roll a couple of joints, make some edibles, and bring wine. Go crazy, because the movie sure does. Okay, ready, set, match. Ready, set, match doesn't make sense. Ready, set, go. The movie opens with a terrified woman in a wheelchair being pushed towards a room. Everything is filthy. It looks like London on a good day, and a big shadow moves. The woman screams, cut to black. I had to get so high to get through this. Paola's our protagonist, and she's on the market for love. Except every guy she goes on a date with ends up being creepy, misogynistic, racist, and the dating apps aren't helping either. One guy messages her, "Do you like sushi? ... Because I heard there's a great place between your legs." Who comes up with this shit? Paula's in town for her dad's surgery, so she's staying with her sister, which is why they're FaceTiming the dad instead of being at the hospital with him. And y'all, one thing about this man, he wants a grandchild before he dies. But these two are just too unserious. One can't hold a boyfriend for longer than a light commitment, and the other is a lesbian.
Lesbian. Big help.
And I tell you this because it does get important somehow, and also it's such a cute melody. The sisters sing a lullaby to their dad to soothe him. Now, when I say Paola's on the market for love, I mean this is a full-time job. Okay, the day before her dad's surgery, she does a FaceTime with this handsome chap she's been chatting to. He's all romantic and poetic and well-versed in his messages, but her sister, the lesbian, is suspicious. And I mean this so seriously. Lesbians are simply too heightened and powerful to explain. They channel the higher power through their advanced construct. So like whatever gut feeling they have, it's the cosmos communicating through her higher channeling of energies from around and above. It's literally the universe sending you signals.
Promise me you will not go to this guy's place. Not on a first date.
Unfortunately, Maria's higher powers weren't stronger than Paola's need for dick. And convinced with a 20-second video call that is frozen and disconnected, Paola goes on a date with him at his place while she's visiting town. Now, we speak of dumb protagonists often.
There's something about him. It's like he's from the 1940s or something.
The guy's name is Henry, who for some reason lives in a literal mansion. Might not look it from the outside, but they are gonna get lost so many times. She rings the doorbell. An older woman answers. Objectively speaking, this woman looks like shit. Like, I kind of want to grab her and put her through a spa and see what comes out the other side. It's like extreme makeover, but like extreme cleaning. Her name's Lucille, and she's Henry's mother. He's not home right now. He's at the doctor's, but she excitedly invites Paola in. And Paola's like, I'm meeting up with a man for a date, and he knows that I'm coming. It's not like I'm showing up unexpectedly. Yet he's not home, he's at the doctor's, but he didn't text me, and his mom is letting me... No! Do you see how quick it is to be like, you know what? I'm gonna go, actually. Take care. Paola goes in. Dumb bitch. Lucille offers her a glass of wine, and then coughs the Black Plague right in front of the glasses. Guys, this is a disaster. Meeting the mom before you even meet the guy you're supposed to be having your first date with. Why are we not running out the house right now? And Lucille is like really into this date. She says her son is quite the catch, excellent husband material, just as handsome in real life, and girls really like him for his
Huge. Hard.
Foreshadowing, guys. This is foreshadowing. Freaked out, Paola texts Henry only to realize Lucille has his phone. And Paola passes out, drugged by Lucille. Paola wakes up tied to a wheelchair. Lucille takes her to her son's bedroom and leaves her there. And then, from the shadows, Monstro Eliza Sue. The hills have eyes, and the eyes have more eyes. Guys, this is a crisis because Henry on the call looked kind of hot, right? But I don't think this guy is the same guy. As some of you may have started suspecting by now, Henry doesn't look like himself right now. Not exactly the handsome chap she was expecting. And he starts approaching her, and he starts unzipping his pants. Beyond disgusted at the sight of whatever he's uncovered, Paola vomits on the floor, and Henry slips on the vomit before he can get to her. Hits his head, knocks himself out. Paola struggles out of the chair, grabs this paperweight, and is about to smash his head in when she sees a picture of young Henry and his younger mother. I guess that's enough to ignore everything that's happened thus far and everything that was going to happen if she hadn't puked. So she puts the paperweight down and she walks out that room. The problem with running out the room is, as I've said, this mansion is a maze. She's about to get lost a few times. While wandering the hallways, she steps on a mouse trap. This is a pure crisis, okay? There's mouse traps in this house. And while trying to open the mouse trap, she pulls an entire fingernail. Why would you use your nails for that, girl? You use your fucking fingers. She runs to a bathroom and washes her mangled toes. And while she does that, Lucille takes some food to her son, thinking, okay, he's attacked her now. It's time to replenish energies. She finds her son knocked out. Freaks out. Oh my god, where is she? She carries her son to the bathroom to tend to his wound. The same bathroom where Paola is currently in, so she hides inside the bathroom cabinet, which means she now has front row seat for what's about to happen within these walls. And nothing about it is okay. This is the first moment that makes Match just that girl. Lucille is cleaning up her son and she goes, "Were you able to perform?" And he cowers, embarrassed. He wasn't. Lucille lashes out.
When are you gonna man up and give me a goddamn grandchild?
Guys, she really wants a grandchild. It's a theme in this film, right? Paola's dad wants a grandchild. This woman wants one too. She wants a grandkid so much she has her son, Henry, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, on the highest dose of boner pills.
Do you even like girls, huh?
Henry starts having a meltdown, so Lucille calms him down with a lullaby. And then, oh god, okay. She's like, "What do you do when you see a pretty girl? Have you been practicing just like I showed you?" And I'm sorry to say, he has not been practicing, oh god. So she tells him to close his eyes and she goes, reaches inside his pants and says, "Now don't peek." And Henry is fucking excited. He's like, "Yeah, let's go, boy." Guys, oh god. She starts doing it.
Pretty Paula. Pretty pink Paula.
She starts doing it. She I can't say it because YouTube's gonna get mad, but she's doing it and she's like, think of Paola, pretty Paola, pink Paola. Why the fuck is Paola pink? I don't know. It's the triple P, pretty pink Paola. Y'all, he finishes. So he finishes, and we needed a visual to understand what exactly happened, obviously, because it wasn't obvious enough. So we get this, which kind of looks like moisturizer, but watching the film, it's just, I don't know if it's sad or funny or both. Match is just that girl. Lucille then gives him a walkie-talkie because he's a big boy now. And tells him to find her and finish his business. And remember, Paola was inside the cabinet this entire time with front row view, so she just witnessed the entire thing. She now has to live with the visuals. Lucille then has a call with her psychologist or psychiatrist, and it's all about Henry. It's all about the women Henry's dating because Lucille is dying of cancer, and she really wants a grandkid before she's gone. Meanwhile, Paola is wandering around this maze and ends up in a room with all of the previous dates that Henry had, and they're not looking great. They do not look good. One of them has a cockroach coming out of her mouth. Henry enters the room. She hides, but then screams when she sees a cockroach, so she runs past Henry, but he catches up to her. She's now on the floor, crawling. He is walking towards her, unzipping his pants already. No time to waste. She then grabs a mouse trap and... oh God. She closes it on his dick and runs away. Okay. Henry is wheezing in pain, and suddenly we get the visuals. I don't know how much I can show. I'm going to blur it just a little bit. All you fisting enthusiasts out there, join in. This is when the movie transports us to Paris, France, because why in the hell is his dick as big as a baguette? Like, RIP to whoever is on the receiving end of that. It's so big. Why would anyone be born with that, actually? What a curse. This movie's so cursed. Ugh. Lucille is crazy to think that anyone could ever survive intercourse with that. Even if it was the most consensual thing. You need to be Olympically trained in the art of taking dick if you ever hope to survive that. That is a whole Stanley Cup, but bigger. You don't want to have a 1 liter Stanley Cup times 2. Oh my God, no. And enough of the dick talk. This is the second moment that makes Match that girl. From here on out is just disappointment after disappointment. There is a twist in the movie though, so stick around for that twist. Henry eventually frees himself from the mouse trap and he whines to his mom on his walkie-talkie. And Lucille gives him new instructions.
Forget the fornication. You are to find her and you are to finish her.
That's because Lucille is already catfishing the next girl. A flight attendant who is also catfishing Henry. They're sexting and you've got Lucille on the sofa looking like this and Nicole in the bathroom just going downtown. But also good for her doing it to completion. Women deserve more O's in movies. Yeah.
Henry!
Paola, on the other hand, has a dream about a baby that she had with Henry. It's giving the Hills Have Eyes a run for their money. They just wanted us to have this visual. They just wanted to curse us with this. And was it worth it? Tubi. Paola then wanders some more. Told you this mansion is huge. She keeps getting lost. And ends up in another room where she meets Henry.
I'm Eli.
Eli is also a prisoner in this house. According to him, he was also catfished by Lucille because they needed someone to convince women that the man they were talking to was real before they came over. And he has no choice but to comply because seemingly when he doesn't, Lucille cuts a limb off. 2 feet are gone. Oh my God. It's cursed visual after cursed visual. I'm never gonna sleep again. They really were in that writing room smoking, like not giving a fuck. They're like, how do we make this crazier? Then they smoked some more. Then they took some edibles. Creativity. Huh? While Paola and Eli get closer, Paola's sister Maria is beyond suspicious that her sister would miss their dad's surgery after traveling to town specifically for her dad's surgery. And after texting Paola numerous times and getting unsatisfactory responses from Lucille, Maria drives to the house and calls a guy who's obsessed with Paola for backup. And she sees through the window that not only does the old cow have Paola's phone, but she's also drugging the wine. And then the third act starts descending into absolute chaos. This is very important. The moving parts in the third act and this stupidity, I could not believe it. The writing, the acting, the characters, it's all so pointless and dumb. So here we go. Eli distracts Henry while Paola fetches the wheelchair so she can transport Eli. Meanwhile, Natalie rings the bell, ready for the date, only to meet Lucille, who is absolutely not having this catfisher meet up with her son. There's a very passive-aggressive interaction between them that goes on for quite a while. And once again, I wonder why Natalie hasn't left the fucking house. Lucille can't even drug her because she doesn't drink.
Natalie.
But before Lucille can knock Natalie out, it's Maria and Ryan, the guy obsessed with Paola, who is there to help Maria investigate. They barge into the house, and at this point, Natalie is in the kitchen overhearing this entire interaction happen in a different part of the house of the man she's here to meet on a date with, even though she's only met his mom. She's still in the... I don't get it. Lucille attacks Maria holding a syringe to her neck, but Natalie knocks her out. And Natalie, as it turns out, is up for anything. She's here for a long time, whether it's good or bad, we don't care. We're staying. Maria's like, you should go home. And she's like, I did not just whack-a-mole for nothing.
I did not just whack a mole for nothing.
That one got me good. She's staying to help Maria find her sister. Feminism, allyship, the resistance. Yeah. Did I mention the house has like a really old lift? Who's paying for all this? Who's affording an old hospital building as a house for 3 people that seemingly have no jobs? Who's the billionaire behind this, huh? Guys, I figured it out. Henry is actually Elon Musk. How do I explain his other appearance? I don't know. Maybe he has some fucking holographic technology hovering around him that constantly create a different image of what he actually looks like, and anyone who's ever touched him has had to sign an NDA in advance so they wouldn't tell the world that what they touched was actually a grotesque, ginormous, slimy monster. Maybe we're all being fooled into thinking that Elon Musk looks like this when actually he's this. I don't know. It does make a lot of sense. You know, Elon Musk does have a lot of kids with a lot of women. I'm not saying he's a beast because he looks like him. I'm saying he's a beast because he is one. They eventually find Paola and Eli, but it's at a crossing, and Paola just knocks her sister out without realizing it's her sister, and then takes about like half a minute to realize that the person she knocked out is her sister.
You okay?
Maria.
Paola, what the hell is happening here?
Oh my God.
They did not give a fuck at this point. At this point in the movie, they were like, you know what, do whatever. Yay. Love that. They keep moving because Henry's coming, and suddenly he's in front of them. That was quick. Ryan plays the hero and he's like, I got this, you guys go. So they all flee in a different direction, leaving Henry to face Ryan. And he does not got this. He so does not got this. He has a weapon, a police pogo stick thingy, and Henry has a baseball bat with nails at the end. And Ryan's like, all right, Henry, you gonna make me fuck you up? And Henry simply lifts his arm and boom, hits him in the head with the bat and he's dead. Like, Ryan didn't even try to dodge the attack. He just stood there like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, what are we? The group reaches closed gates and slows down as Natalie opens them one by one, but Henry catches up to them. He's now on the other side of the gate because he knows the maze. Remember, this is a fucking maze. And he squashes Natalie's eyes with his bare hands. Damn. She really was up for anything, you know? Even if she ends up dying, who cares? Whatever. Now she has a good excuse not to go to work. 2 down, 3 to go. Paola's dragging her unconscious sister, but Henry is too fast and he's about to get them when he stops because he hears a lullaby. And the lullaby is actually Maria's phone ringing. So he answers the phone. It's a video call of their dad, who's blind, so he can't see that he's currently talking to Eliza Sue. Paola talks to her father and tells him that she met someone, because that's the first thing you talk to your dad about, you know? You have a 1-minute conversation. Let's talk about this guy that I met today, Dad. He's got no feet, and he lured me into a house to be and breed babies for this deranged old woman. But, you know, he's kind of cute. Maybe I found my love, my man. I think this has legs. Yeah. No feet, but legs. Henry, poor guy, thinks at first that she's talking about him and gets really excited, but then realizes that she says amputee and it's So he's about to strike her again when Maria and Paola start singing their lullaby to their dad to soothe him, which ends up soothing Henry as well. These are soothing fingers. Soothing, soothing. We're all gonna die horrible deaths very soon. I just remembered that there's this demon online who's been haunting my pages everywhere. Never liked anything of his, always skip it. And it just keeps showing up, and it's so... Sometimes I just want videos of dogs and cats hanging out, you know? Other times I just want videos of people falling. Sometimes I want to see people fighting. And then I get hit with a man who spits in coffee cups for a living. Okay. Henry's calm enough, giving Paola time to grab his bat and slam it on his back. So Henry goes down, Maria, Paola, and Eli flee the scene. And that's when we get to the last portion of the third act, which has already been infuriating enough, but now they're faced with Lucille, who has a gun. And there's a twist that I promised earlier. Here's the twist. So Eli, as it turns out, was not a man that Lucille catfished. No, 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 no. Eli is Lucille's other son. Bam, bam, bam. Who was already born with this disability. And then it's like God gives some, but always takes some, because Lucille had 2 sons and she really wants a grandkid, right? Eli is quite handsome and he could probably give her grandkids. The problem is Eli is impotent. And Henry has all the limbs and then some. Problem is, Henry kind of looks like this. So it's like, oh my God, you have like the monster dick that the gay community would honestly elevate you to cosmic success, cosmic infamy. Like you would be above the greats to ever do it. You know, there's a few greats to, you know, ever really do it. But you would be inducted like first place straight away by miles, by literal miles. But then you have to look like that because you can't have everything. And Lucille realizes that in order to get a grandchild, she needs to lure women with Eli's face. And I do understand how messed up this premise is, but it's really difficult to take it seriously with what we've seen so far. I just remember earlier when the mom was milking her son, she was watching from the bathroom cabinet. Chaos ensues. Maria pushes Eli towards his mom to distract her, causing her to accidentally shoot her son. And while Eli dies in Paola's arms, Maria sneaks up on Lucille, body slams her on the floor, and yet the old woman still manages to grab the broken bottle and slit Maria's throat. Like, what are we doing here? Somos Latinas or no? You mean to tell me that this woman with stage 4 colon cancer, who's literally coughing up the Black Plague, can single-handedly take out 2 young Latinas fighting for their life? This movie is not serious. And then holds Paola at gunpoint and only stops because Henry shows up. He got the bat out, but then the wound that it left, and Lucille has no chill. She's like, you know, you do need medical help. But before we get into that, can you just like finish giving me a grandchild? She's here. She's not going to fight you that much. And Henry has had it. You know, he's had enough. He's like, you know what, Mom, I don't want to do this anymore. I actually quit this job, so you're not gonna have grandkids. Get a dog. Bye. Except he says that in Henry speak, so like he breaks his mom's hands and then slams her on the ceiling and then just kicks her to death. Paola runs out the house. She's safe, and Henry's an emotional mess, but I guess he'll survive. Paola reunites with her father, who woke up this morning with one less daughter. Oh my God, that was bad. I'm so sorry. And the movie ends with Paola tentatively looking at a new message from a dating app. Who might this be? I don't know what that was, but the movie, oh wow, what a load of fun. Match is just that girl, you know? You go in not expecting most of it, and then it keeps on coming and piling on, you know? It's one after the other. It's visuals. It's honestly a hoot with a group of friends. Get some edibles, get a party going. Get a DJ. Get a DJ at this party. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, make sure to leave it a like down below. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Whatever. Also, comment down below, which is your favorite Tubi original movie? Because I'm trying to find something. And I don't know. One of them might be featured in the future. And until next time, guys, I still don't have an outro, so stay safe, stay sane, stay stupid, stay stuttering, all that. I'm so high right now. Who has ever said this? This is so bad. I am way too high to get through this without laughing. I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, it's such a bad joke.